What is up, friends? Welcome to the first video of our Intro to Java web series. I'm so excited to begin this. It's something I've been thinking about doing for a while. So at this point, what I'm expecting out of y'all is that you have Java downloaded onto your computers. Because we're going to be writing in Java. We're going to be writing some simple programs a day, just a very simple one to get you introduced to how it works and what you need to construct a program. And I to be able to do that, I will need you to have it downloaded to your computer. Now, one good way to check if you have it downloaded is to go to your command prompt. And once you're in your command prompt to check, what you're going to do is you're going to do a Java C/version. Click enter. And as you can see here, I have Java C version 8. So I have the 8th version of Java. So that's one way to check. I will have something in the description. It's a step-by-step process of downloading Java. It's something I've done for a past assignment for my school. I'm currently a computer science major at Clayton State University. So I'm really excited to show you what I've been learning over the past year. So we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to write our first program. Now, I am working in Visual Studio Code. If you're working in JGrasp or just using Notepad+, you'll be able to write your programs there as well. This is just what I use. Helps me. It's very visual, has a bunch of color coordination, so it works for me. Might also work for you, so you might want to look into it. So we're going to get started. Our first program, what we're going to need for every single program that you write is we're going to have to create a class. And to create a class in Java programming, you have to use a keyword, and that keyword is public. You're letting know that the class is public, and it can be used for anyone. Someone can download this, and they could put it right into their computer, and they can press enter, and they can compile it and run it. So today, I'm just going to do a simple program. Most first programs have to do with Hello World, which is something you might want to try out after this, after you see what I do. You can take whatever I do and you can make it say whatever you want. So task of this simple, very easy program is to just display something from your computer. Let your computer display something into your command prompt. So what you're going to have to do is create a class first. So we have that public keyword, and then we're going to do public class, and then we're going to create a name for our file. We're going to figure out what we want that to be. Let's see, what am I going to name it? How about this? What up, friends? So I got public class, what up, friends? So usually it wouldn't be 3 words, but I just wanted to show you an example of title casing. So title casing is something used by all programmers. It's just kind of the thing they do when they create their class. They're going to have it as title case. So what title case is, as you can see, I have what up, friends. I don't have any spaces. I don't have anything like that. But the first letter of each word is uppercase. So that is what we call title case. That's what you're going to do for all your classes. So once you create a class, what you're going to need after that is a main method. Now the main method and the class is a part of every single Java program that you're going to write. So it would be good to remember all these words, all these statements that I'm going to write, because you will be using it in the future. So now we're going to create our main method. If you're following along with me, you can type everything as I do, and you'd be able to save your program and you'll be able to run it yourself or compile it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a main method. Now to do a main method, it's going to be public static void main, then we're going to do parentheses, string, args. You're going to type it just like that. It's going to look like that for all of your programs. This is your establishing your main method. So just remember, it's public static void main string args. It will take a while to remember it. It took me a while, but after a while you'll just get it down. It'll be very, very simple. So now that we have our class and we have our main method, we can actually begin programming within the main method. Now before we continue, there's a couple things that I'm going to bring up. I'm going to be talking about block statements. Now what a block statement is, as you can see, we have these little braces here. So what these braces are used for is they're supposed to contain the block statements. So as you can see, everything within these two braces that are highlighted consists of what the class whatupFriends is. So everything that's in these braces are within this class, this public class whatupFriends. Now the main method, we got different braces. See, these braces make up a different block statement. Now those block statements are going to consist of what we're going to do for the program. We're going to write it in, and then we're going to initialize it. So you see in these block statements, we're going to be writing in our main method to begin our program. Later on, when we get more advanced into programming, we will be programming outside the main method, and we'll be programming within the classes. But that's going to be a while down the road, so don't worry about it. So what we're going to do is going to be very simple. All we're going to do is display something on our computer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment my program. And what that means is I'm going to leave comments to let people know what this program is supposed to do. Now, if this program is seen by somebody else, commenting it will make it so much easier for them and will allow them to understand what we're doing. It could be like the algorithm, for instance. The algorithm is just a step-by-step list of instructions. And that's something that's going to be useful in later programs when we start building bigger programs that do a lot more things. But right now we're just going to worry about commenting, and then we'll write algorithms for later programs. So in this program, what I want to do is display, let's see, I'm going to say, whatupFriends. And I'm going to do an exclamation because I got energy, I'm excited. We're going to display whatupFriends. We're going to have our computer say whatupFriends to us. Now to do that, we will have to call a method. Methods are something we'll get into later, but right now I'm just going to show you how to compile and run your Java programs. So if you're following along with me, we'll be able to run your first program, and it'll look something like this, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to write system.out.print. Now this right here is called the print method. So there's different types of the print method, which I'm going to cover in the next video. So once you finish this one, you go to the next one, and I'll explain to you in further detail what this print method is. But this print method will allow us to display something onto our computer screen. So with print methods, you have to put the message in between these quotations. So what I'm going to do is within the parentheses and within quotations, I'm going to put whatupFriends, exclamation. I'm going to close it out with the quotations. Now you see here it says whatupFriends. So that's what's going to be displayed in our command prompt after we save and compile this program. Now, one rule of thumb. So syntax is a big part of Java programming, so it's something you're going to have to learn after a while. But one big part of Java programming is that we end all of our statements with a semicolon. So this semicolon, I like to think of it like a period. Like, you know, in the English language, we use periods at the end of our sentences. But in Java programming, we're going to use semicolons, okay? This is a very simple, very simple program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it into one of my files, and then we will run it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to name it exactly as the class name. So whatupFriends is also going to be called whatupFriends. The class has to match the file name. And I'm also going to save it as a Java program. So save as type Java. Okay. I'm also going to save it in this file. So I'm going to click save. So now you see that all the colors have changed. You have it saved. This is a good part about the Visual Studio Code, is that it color coordinates for you, makes it look all good. Notice that this is green. This is my comment. This will not be run in our program. It's just something that sits here. You won't see this anywhere. So what I'm expecting is I'm going to compile it, and I'm going to see the computer say, whatupFriends. So to do that, you have to go to your command prompt. So the command prompt is where we compile our Java codes. For Macs, it's called the terminal, I believe. But once you get here, there's a couple things you have to learn. There are keywords. One keyword is CD, which means change directory. and I'm going to change directory to desktop. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a pathway for this Java compiler to compile Java and run the program, but it has to figure out where that file is. So what I'm doing is I put cd desktop, and so the command prompt, the computer is now looking at my desktop. You see all my files here. You see John and Miles just kind of hanging out. So it's on our desktop now. Now I want to get into this folder, this SI folder. So I'm also going to change directory to SI, which is the folder I want to get into. So now I am in that folder. I'm going to check if the code is there. So I'm going to put dir for directory, enter. And you can see here, we have our program right here. It says, what up, friends? So we're going to use that what up, friends, and now we're going to compile it. Now to compile it, what you're going to have to do is put in javac for Java compile, and then you're going to have to put the name of the file .java and press enter. Now it goes back to this. What that means is that this program has compiled and is ready to go. So if I want to run the file, I'm going to do Java what up friends, and then I'm going to press enter. Now you see here, our computer said, what up, friends? So now the computer's talking to us. That's a very simple program. It's something that you will find very easy after a couple more videos. So let's look at our program again. So like I said, we got these block statements. We got a class, what up, friends? And we got our main method. And you're going to be seeing this a lot throughout these videos, so get used to it. But yeah, that's a very simple program. In our next video, I'm going to be going over these print methods. There's 3 different types, and they're all very useful. So I'm going to go over those different types, and I'm going to explain how they work. And it'll be great. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. And y'all have a great one.